The Chief's Secret. No one cried when Chief Jabari died. For 40 years, he had ruled the village of Kijani with an iron hand. He was feared more than he was respected. He punished thieves publicly, settled disputes without showing emotion, and never explained why he made the decisions he did. Children froze whenever they heard his footsteps. Parents warned their sons and daughters, "If you don't behave, Chief Jabari will hear about it." When the old chief finally passed away at the age of 78, many believed the village had been set free. Only one person cried at his funeral, a little girl named Amina. She couldn't explain why. She simply felt that everyone else was wrong. After the burial, the village council entered the chief's house. Rumors had spread for years that he had hidden gold, stolen treasures, or even practiced dark rituals in secret. Instead, they found a home that was almost empty. A wooden bed, a worn chair, a cracked clay cup, a small shelf filled with old books. Nothing else. "This can't be everything," one elder muttered. As they searched beneath the bed, Amina noticed a small wooden chest covered in dust. The council forced it open. There was no gold, only hundreds of neatly folded letters tied together with string. The eldest council member unfolded the first letter. His expression changed instantly. It read, "Chief Jabari, thank you for pretending to seize my farm. Everyone believed you had taken my land, but that lie saved my family. The men trying to steal it were too afraid to challenge your authority. After sunset, you secretly returned everything to me. I hated you for years before I learned the truth." Another letter was opened. "Thank you for banishing my son. The village thought you had punished him for stealing. The truth is, you gave him enough money to study in the city. Today, he is a doctor because of you. You made him promise never to tell anyone." Another, "When my husband died, everyone thought you refused to help me. They never knew you sold 2 of your own cattle to pay my debts through a stranger." The room fell silent. Letter after letter revealed the same impossible truth. The man everyone feared had spent his life quietly carrying the burdens of others. He accepted their hatred if it meant protecting them. As the sun began to set, Amina reached into the chest one last time. Hidden beneath all the letters was a single sealed envelope. Across the front were written the words, "To the next chief of Kijani. Open only after my funeral." The newly chosen chief broke the seal. Inside was one final letter. "If you are reading this, then my work is finished. Everything you discovered in those letters is true. But there is one secret I carried to my grave. The man you buried today was never the real Chief Jabari." The room froze. No one breathed. The letter continued. 40 years ago, the real Chief Jabari was murdered during a failed attempt to overthrow the village. If the truth had become known, Kijani would have torn itself apart in revenge. I was only a village guard. The elders chose me because I looked almost exactly like him. They begged me to take his place until peace returned. Peace never came. So I remained Chief Jabari for the rest of my life. The new chief looked around the room in disbelief. The letter continued, "To protect this village, I surrendered my own name. I watched my children grow up believing their father had abandoned them. I could never tell them the truth. History will remember me as Chief Jabari, but history will never know my real name. That is the price I accepted so that this village could survive." The final lines were written more shakily than the rest. "If you truly wish to honor the man you buried today, do not build statues for him. Instead, find my children. Tell them their father did not leave because he stopped loving them. Tell them he stayed away because he loved them too much to let them carry the burden he chose." Asterisk. No one spoke. The villagers who had cursed the chief all those years lowered their heads. The little girl quietly walked to the doorway and looked toward the fresh grave. Then she whispered the question no one could answer. "If he wasn't Chief Jabari, then who did we bury today?" The wind carried her words across the silent village. And for the first time in 40 years, the people realized that the greatest acts of kindness are often done by those who receive no thanks, no praise, and not even their own name.